I met him actually like 2 years ago at his Memorial Day party.
At this point in time, Madison had just turned 17 2 months prior. Now, where it gets crazy is when we look at Drake's relationship with Millie Bobby Brown. Here she is with Drake on a yacht at the young age of 13.
Yeah, that's predator behavior. That's predator behavior.
DIY.
In 616 in LA, this fantastic breakdown, you gotta for sure check it out. What's the dirt? I did not know that the first verse of 616 is actually delivered from the perspective of Drake. So listen to this 5-minute breakdown. We'll listen to the majority of it. Let's see what this says right here. I thought this was masterful.
Now shit is getting spooky. Leg hanging out the fan on.
However, Kendrick is painting it as if the Phantom is no longer scratching the itch for Drake. He needs to go bigger, which is exactly what he did when he rented the Ocean Coral yacht in 2022.
No one will say for sure how much Coral Ocean is worth, but I can tell you it's well north of $100 million.
When Drake rented this yacht, he was going all over the place. Like, he was traveling everywhere. Now, here's where things take a turn and get a lot darker. Following up on his previous line about yachts, he claims that he likes to buy yachts when he gets the fever, and the fever is another builder of luxury yachts. Now, this is where it goes left. The Sunseeker has another line of yachts called the Predator, and as we know, Drake has a song called Teenage Fever.
Whoa!
Now, where it gets crazy is when we look at Drake's relationship with Millie Bobby Brown. Here she is with Drake on a yacht at the young age of 13. This photo was taken in 2017, shortly after his More Life album dropped, which had the track Teenage Fever, and coincidentally enough, the media was categorizing the More Life album as yacht rap. Now, to put the cherry on top, where was this picture taken? At a marina. Think.
Lock his ass up. You going to
Hey, what's the dirt? You cooked, bro. You cooked. Oh my gosh.
Think about it. Sunseeker has a yacht called the Predator. Drake's More Life album was being called yacht rap. It had a track called Teenage Fever. He's with a 13-year-old girl on a yacht, and in this picture, they're at a marina. This is not a coincidence at all. It's not. And Kendrick drops plenty of little clues here just in how he pronounces certain words. And if you pay attention to how he says, I like to buy yachts, he's actually making a reference to Dubai yachts.
It's the same thing we said about, my sister said earlier about WAP. And I said about Shuby. Shuby! You think he's just saying that? This is how calculated Kendrick has been the entire time. And plus, his entire career.
Fuck a phantom, I like to buy yachts when I get the fever. Is there more to life than going on trips to Dubai? Yachts on the 4th of July.
And back in 2015, Drake was very happy to announce that he was on a yacht in Dubai. And if you're familiar with Kendrick's catalog, you'll know that he does shit like this a lot in his writing.
Wine cooler spill on my white t-shirt, the sightseer.
So again, Kendrick is rapping as if he were Drake. Not only does Kendrick hardly ever drink, but when he does drink, it's exclusively wine.
Yeah, I drink a little bit.
What's your preferred beverage?
Just wine. Like Jesus.
What about, have you ever?
Now, there is a huge difference in wine and wine coolers. Most men do not drink wine coolers. I'm talking about fruity drinks with soda and tons of sugar. Kendrick uses little keywords like this to let the listener know that this is not his life we're talking about. Kendrick's not drinking wine coolers, guys. Drake is the guy that loves wine coolers. That's pretty much all he drinks. And what's even more interesting is how wine coolers became his beverage of choice in the first place.
Were you drinking white wine spritzer?
I was. That's my drink of choice.
This is the weirdest story. And it's even more weird because time has now passed and there's questions about his own ways, his own need or his insistence to be around supremely younger women.
Basically, my mother had a friend who I was always sort of like infatuated with. We used to go to her house and be poolside, and she used to like fill up a white wine spritzer and she would like casually slide it and
You see how the voice is changing, by the way, too? That's something Lord Jamar said earlier. It just stands out more now.
leave it there, and then she'd just show up with another one, and I always felt like she was trying to send me a message.
If you missed that, a friend of Drake's mom that he would go over the house of on summers would drink wine coolers, and she would leave them there and kind of push them over to the side, according to him, insinuating that she might want him to drink them with her and possibly get into some action. Listen to it again. Listen to it again and make sure I didn't read that wrong.
Like, my mother had a friend who I was always sort of like infatuated with. We used to go to her house and be poolside, and she used to like fill up a white wine spritzer, and she would like casually slide it and leave it there, and then she'd just show up with another one, and I always felt like she was trying to send me a message.
Yeah, that's predator behavior. That's predator behavior.
I'm moving fast now, driving at my own pace. Cameras all around me got me feeling like I'm OJ. I'm in my own lane, top down like road game. Bitch, I'm eating good, what I need to look at your plate. No way, only one me, I don't role play. Okay, you don't know me, check your Google it. Touche, I don't give a damn what a suit say, as long as niggas wanna turn me up like a Tuesday. You need to get familiar with my resume. Do you know you're dealing with a heavyweight? If you don't know how to get it, let me demonstrate. I can flip a penny to a Benji at a steady rate. This ain't nothing new, I do this every day. You can't keep pace, you need to step away. Wipe me down, I feel like I'm really about to levitate. Face full of cake in my anime. What do you mean?
So I've kept that a consistent theme. We get
Of course she was trying to send. That's completely inappropriate. How old were you?
I don't know, like 15. But
So I've kept that a consistent theme.
And take a good guess at who else loves wine coolers. Teenage girls, right? And coincidentally enough, with respect to this line, a 17-year-old Madison Beer attended Drake's Memorial Day party in 2016, and she shared the following story.
I met him actually like 2 years ago at his Memorial Day party. Funniest thing about Drake is he drinks wine spritzers. Like, that's all he drinks. I was like, can we go to the bathroom in your room? I was like, I just really don't want to wait on this line. And he was like, yeah, of course. And this girl had like a vodka cranberry or something in her hand, and she tripped and fell and spilled all over Drake. Like, all over his like white sweatsuit.
At this point in time, Madison had just turned 17 2 months prior, and this only acts as further proof that Drake seems to allow much younger girls at his parties. Madison claims that Drake loves wine coolers, and then states that someone spilt the drink all over his white outfit. Kendrick seems to have been gathering this information about Drake for a very long time, and on this track,
what are we
I
doing?
feel like he's sending subtle reminders that most of us wouldn't catch.
Fun fact though, his house that he has a bathtub that is literally the size of this room.
Why do we know this? Why does a 17-year-old know the size of his bathtub? Not 17 in the moment in this, but 17 at the age that she was supposedly at his home. You guys keep saying Not Like Us is full of lies. It's close enough to lead people to look at that and say, even if he didn't do the thing, you represent a certain character that all these people have been around or have seen and tried to keep either their brother or sister away from, or their maybe they tried to keep themselves away from. You're now stranger danger. And in a time where so many people are getting exposed for immoral behavior, you standing on the side of this is the reason why we can't be around people like you. Whoever you are, even if you're doing it to be trolling, it's creepy behavior. Trolling in itself is creepy behavior. Some of this incel shit that I see, creepy behavior. A lot of that shit is getting brought to the forefront. It's getting exposed. So, now that we're here, we need to keep on going deeper down this, because you can't just back out of a battle and think that people are not going to dig deeper into what did Kendrick actually allude to when he was saying this. That's why this video is going so crazy. For a song that's almost 2 months old.
It's gigantic and so dope. I was like sitting in it. I was like, can I just lay here and like chill?
I even found some footage of this exact Drake Memorial Day party where you can tell that the women in attendance, to me, don't really look like grown women. I mean, come on, God.
So you can go watch the rest of that. We're not gonna do the full breakdown because I'm hungry and I want to go eat that food my mama just made. With that said, though, we got some stuff to break down. That's insane. That's insane. And to me, what I think now, in retrospect, I think that Kendrick has a lot more information that he could release. And I think that those 10 songs that he did, 5 through 10, would have probably dug even deeper into the things that he may have access to. I'm just insinuating. I have no perspective, no idea, but I have a feeling that things got too close to comfort. I don't think this is just about Kendrick making Not Like Us and it being so huge that Drake doesn't know what to do. No, I think Drake is competitive. I think Drake for sure would want to come back and show people that I got that too. It doesn't take much for him to go get a Boy Wonder beat and start talking shit. It's not about that. I think that it's starting to get a little bit too uncomfortable. I think it's getting too uncomfortable and too close to the truth. And if these things get examined, just as Kendrick already predicted, the embassy's about to get raided. It's only a matter of time. I think those lines are a little bit more spooky than Ovi Hoer. I think he got too close for comfort. Just saying. He's approached stranger danger. You can't just go make pop songs and these kids are going to forget what you did or forget what you allegedly did. And that's not how it works. I think that's the real issue going on here. So what I think what's going to happen is that now that he's in a vulnerable place, he probably would be better suited to not engage in things like possibly sending folks out there to go jump on Rick Ross. It'd probably be a better business decision to fall all the way back and then come back when people have let this energy subside and rebrand yourself. But no, he doesn't understand it because folks who are like that don't know when to sit down and shut up. The thing about narcissists, and I don't know him enough to paint him in that picture, but the thing I know about narcissists, I've met a lot of narcissists in my lifetime. I think we all are on the narcissistic spectrum of some kind, right? But the thing I've learned about those who are deep on the spectrum of narcissism, they will crash out at the worst times. Their personality, their character flaws is always their undoing. And they will show you at some point in time who they exactly are, even though their better conscience tells them not to do it. They're going to do it because it's who they are. You can make amazing songs, hypnotize the audience and make us forget that you got these weird things going on. But at some point, you're going to show your ass. And I feel like what's happening is he's showing his ass because he met somebody who got too close for comfort. If he leads with his ego, it will be of his own undoing. And who is Drake to not be the next person that had ego be his undoing? He's not the first person that ever happened to. I know he's the largest star of our time. He wouldn't be the first person to crash out. Stars eventually burn out. What I'm saying is this can get ugly heading in the direction it's heading in right now. Because it's not even so much about somebody getting at him. I think he has some of the best security money can buy. I think this is about who else does it affect along the lines. This is also about what kind of situation are you in where not even the powers that be that would have protected you can stop Kendrick from winning his Grammy. Now what? Those are my thoughts, DIYers. You let me know what you think. DIYers, if you enjoyed this content, make sure that you hit the like button and maybe even consider subscribing. Come on, man. Stop being greedy. Peace.